Morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
So I think everybody has been informed to join at 9:30.
Yes, yes,
Okay, fine. So we were discussing some basics of web programming, basics of internet, basics of World Wide Web, and I was explaining about. Ritik asked me regarding why we require our this one www to be prefixed at the beginning of this. So yeah, the main reason for that is now obviously all the web pages are collection of all the websites are collection of web pages and World Wide Web is collection of various websites so which are hosted on multiple systems. Now, how do we access those websites? Can you see the browser open?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, we can see.
Yeah. So here, so we have the basics of browser. Everybody knows we have a address bar in the browser, and then we type in some contents of this. Now, for example, the main reason why www has to be specified is that it's kind of an address indicating to the browser that search certain document in a domain. Which domain? That is World Wide Web domain. Now, for example, D drive. We can see browser is not meant only for the websites which are outside the system, the local system. They are meant to access the local drive also. Now, for example, you can see here, have opened a file. Now, if you focus on, are you able to see the address file here? The address bar is can be seen here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you can see here in the address bar, we are searching for a particular file. Can you tell me what is the name of the file?
Normal.html.
Yes, normal.html. Where normal.html is located, it is located in some location. The location is D drive code web designing and programming programs slash normal.html. So what happens is in the address bar, we are informing the browser to search a particular location. Now, suppose if I just simply say D drive, now it will open the D drive or it will check out with this. Now, if I give a particular address, like C drive, and then if I want to search a particular thing, then I can search that particular thing over here. Now you can see here. Now, if I specify www dot, then what happens is it's an indication to the browser to search not in the local system but in the World Wide Web. So www dot is, suppose if I want to search a COVID website, I can see here. And so it will search in the World Wide Web, not in a particular local address. That is the reason why we need to specify www. I hope everybody has registered for vaccination. By the way, not do register at the earliest. Of course, the lists are not open right now. Registration is not yet open. The moment it is open, I request everyone to register. I hope your doubt is solved, Ritik.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's have a refresh. Introduction. What is World Wide Web? Let us refresh a collection of all the websites and web pages. Then uh, all the websites and web pages are hyperlinked. They are linked with each other through hyperlinks. Now we access the websites and web pages using the World Wide Web. That is using the browser, World Wide Web browser support. The browsers which support this. So what are the contents of World Wide Web? Mainly the websites which contain text, digital images, audios, videos, etc. So web pages can be accessed in the browser. And then what is the web content? All the contents like images, sounds, videos, animations, they all become a web content. Now, for example, if I open any of the websites, now, let me open a Times of India website. The moment I open a particular website, now I can see here this all becomes, it's a website, it's a web content. I can see here now you have got images, you have got textual information, you have got links, Now, this is one particular information. India records 3.62 cases. This is one particular information. Now, this is a hyperlink. If we click, where is this web page hosted? In the Times of India. Now, what is the address? www by default comes here. Times of India or indiatimes.com. This particular web page is hosted in this particular address. So the moment I click, this is a hyperlink. The moment I click, it will take me to that particular web page. So see it, that particular web page. So that is what is theoretically explained here. The web content contain applications, e-services, images, audio, video files, etc. etc. So now I access the website of Times of India, so I become web client of that particular. So how did I access the content of that particular website? Using the web browser, using the Firefox web browsers. Then what happened here was, see, first I typed that in the address bar, then it contacted the web server of Times of India, and then web server of Times of India fetched this particular web page, that is this particular current web page. So yeah, I hope you're understanding the meanings of web browser, web server, web pages. And then similarly, if I want to access my email, then I can just go to the email client and then access this one, mail.google.com. So the moment I access this one, I become a email client. So you have a mail server for the Google. So web servers are a typical server software which can satisfy the requirements of World Wide Web, and the request for the website is specified over here. Incoming request. Now read this carefully so that use in a diagram I will explain how this particular thing works. Or let me go to the diagram first and then explain this. Uh, you are able to see the working of the website, working of www. Yes. Are you able to see the working of www, World Wide Web?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can see here uh, the basic diagram of the internet. Now we have got a line. Now most of you people are accessing this particular online class using the mobile phones. So a client can be a mobile phone also. In this one, you can add a desktop, PC, laptop, or you can have a mobile code also. Now you requested something on the Zoom application. So through internet, that particular information came, and then web server, and then database. Now, if I have to explain the action which we did just now, accessing the Times of India uh, website. Now, how this happened? Now, here in this case, you can see here from my laptop, I typed timesofindia.com. Now, here there is a browser. Now, browser sent a timesofindia.com's web address was converted into its proportionate IP address. For our understanding, let us assume it to be 100.100.100.100. Now, what happens is there is a on internet there is a DNS server which gives the IP address of uh, Times of India. So the moment I type Times of India, this particular laptop through browser contacts the DNS server. DNS server is hosted somewhere in the internet, which returns the IP address of Times of India. So once the laptop gets the IP address of Times of India, it contacts the that particular IP address. On that IP address, you have got a web server. The web server is a software which keeps on listening to the requests of the clients. The moment some request comes, then what happens is web server gives that particular takes that particular request from database and then gives it to the client. So this is how it works. What was the name of the web page which we accessed just now? Now we can see here. Uh, this is the address of the page. Now the complete address is there. The name of the web page is. Uh, can you see the address bar here? Can you tell me
Yes,
what?
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. What is
Sir,
the name?
couldn't hear you.
What is the name of the web page?
Times of India. Dot India Times.
No, the last one is the name of the web page. That is 82564842.cms. That is the web page which contains this particular information. That is this particular. I hope you are getting this. At the end of the address bar, you can see here. You can see here in the address bar there is a web page. Just show it here. Once again, let us go to this and then let me click on that particular page. Now here in this page, you can see at the end. Are you able to see 82564842.cms?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
That is the web page. This is the current web page, which contains the headlines, coronavirus live updates, and where it is hosted, live blog, updates, and then indiatimes.com. Now that is what here. So that 82finance.cms is hosted in this particular database from our this thing. Once again, I repeat, how does this work? From laptop in the browser, I'm typing Times of India, and then the request goes to the DNS server, which is hosted somewhere in the internet. DNS server gets the IP address of Times of India and again sends it back to the laptop. And then laptop contacts that IP address. On that IP address, web server is waiting for the request from the client. Now laptop becomes the client. This is the server. Now we are requesting that particular web page. What web server does is fetches that particular web page and then sends it to the laptop. That is what we are able to see here. That is how the typical web page works. That is how the web server works. Web server, now I think it is clear where the web server is hosted. Where is the web server hosted, on the client side or servers? Yes, where the web server is hosted, on the client side or the server side?
Server side.
It is hosted on the server side. Lots of web pages will be there, and then that is given over there. The primary function of the web server is to store, process, and deliver the web pages to the clients. Communication happens through the hypertext transfer protocol. Now you can see here in the address bar there is HTTPS. So this is communication happens through hypertext protocol. Now in networking you have learned what is the protocol and what is HTTP. Now all the HTML documents, images which contain images, style sheets, and scripts are added over here. So we have got a HTML document which contains the images, which contains some of the scripts, style sheets, and scripts. And that is handed over to the users. Web application is a web client program that client is installed. Now, for example, Zoom is a web application. Now we can, if you can see on my desktop, there is an application which is the toolbar. You can see Zoom application. So that becomes a web application. Now we are using that particular web application for using this. So either you can go to the browser and then ask for a particular web resource, or you can have a web application installed on your system. Difference between browser and web application is only one-to-one. So only for a particular purpose it is used. Browser for multiple web applications it can be. Some of the examples: webmail, online retail sales, online banking, online auctions, etc. can be used for the web application. I can see here, this is the very basic of a client server model. A client can access multiple servers. It can be Times of India, it can be Zoom, it can be some other website like RCUB. So multiple clients can access with multiple servers. Similarly, a server can cater to the needs of multiple clients. So this is a basic client server model. This is the basics of the World Wide Web. So resource is somewhere here. It is managed by web server. Request comes to the web server picks that resource and sends it to the client through a browser. So what is a website? It's a collection of web resources like web pages, multimedia content, uh, which are typically identified with a domain name and published on at least one web server. Example is Wikipedia, Google, Amazon, lakhs, billions of web pages, web servers are there. Now, websites can be accessed via public protocol, that is Internet Protocol, which HTTP, that is Hypertext Transfer Protocol, is one of the extensions of the Internet Protocol. So using the Internet or using the local area network. So both you can have. So how do you identify a particular website? By using the unique resource locator. What is the unique or uniform resource locator? And the web address of a particular website. www.gccbgm.org is one of the examples. So web pages, home page, you generally know what is the home page. Sometimes it is also called as the landing page. So the first page which is displayed on the website when that particular website is open is called as the web page. It may also serve as the landing page. Now, suppose if I take this example here, if I say RCUP, okay. So here you can see. Are you able to see the results in the browser rcup.ac.in? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now here, in this case, now if I click on this one, it will take me to the home page of RCUP. Right? So the first home page of RCUP will come over here. And if I go back and click on non-CBCS syllabus, so this becomes the landing. It will not take me to the home page, but it will take you to the non-CBCS syllabus web page of RCUP. So this becomes the landing page for that particular link. So I hope you understood the difference between home page and the landing page. Now, home page is the default web page which is open when a website is accessed. Whereas landing page is some particular page which is open based upon the request of a particular user. So home page is used to facilitate navigation to other pages on the site. So we access home page and then go to other pages. Uh, Majority of websites have a home page with underlying contents, although some websites contain only a single. Simple websites contain only one page, whereas most of the other websites contain multiple web pages. Uh, Coming to the main aspect of this particular subject, or why we are studying this particular subject, that is website development. Uh, it's a work of developing a website on the internet, to be hosted on the internet or on the private intranet. So you can have develop a website for both internet as well as for the internet. Now there are different types of websites. You have got a static website which doesn't change. You have got a dynamic website which changes. Simple website like gccbgm.org is a static website because its content remain same. If you access any news website like Times of India, it is a dynamic website because its contents change or say over a period of time, half an hour, 1 hour, depending upon. So, what is web development? It's a task which can also be referred as web engineering, web designing, web content development, client licensing, then client server scripting, web server networking, and other things, e-commerce development, and so on. So it can be termed as it can be termed as the so I think Ritik is telling me that I'm going a little bit faster. Ritik, can you tell me where from where I should restart? I start from there.
Sir, home page and all, sir.
Okay, fine. So the website it is clear. What is a website and other things? Website's homepage. Now there are only two things to be understood here uh, in the home page and landing page. Now check this particular. I'll take up with another example. I'll say Airtel. Now, the moment I open the Airtel, now we can see here the first link, that is airtel.in. Now, if I click on this one, it will take me to the home page of Airtel, right? Now, this becomes the home page of Airtel. Now, suppose if I want directly to recharge it, I'll click on this particular link, prepaid recharge. So it will take me to the recharge point. So what happens here is, now Airtel.in is the home page, and then here in this case, Airtel.in slash prepaid recharge is the landing page for this particular link. Suppose if I contact this one, now this becomes what, this particular Airtel.in slash contact us becomes the landing page. So landing page varies from link to link. There is a different landing page for this, different landing page for this, different for this and this, whereas home page remains same for a particular website. What is the difference between a home page and a landing page? A home page is the default page which is opened when you click on that particular website. Whereas if you want to go to some particular part of the website, then you can directly go to using some particular link. That particular link becomes the landing page. I hope that is clear.
Yes, sir. So even after we go to home page, we can when we select other pages, like there are
Yes,
options like that is
you
also
can.
called as landing page, right?
Yeah, see, the difference is what, the moment you click on a link, it goes to that particular page. That becomes a landing page. Home page is the default page of a particular website. So either you can go to the landing page or you can go to the home page. And in most cases, home page itself is the landing page. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, clear, Ritik?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here, in this case, uh, what is website development? It's also called as web engineering, web design, web content development, web client liaising. Somebody has raised a hand. If you have any doubt, you can put in your questions in the
Like,
chat
what is
box.
the difference between a static website and a dynamic website from server point of view?
There is okay. Good question. Now here in this case, let me explain this with the diagram. Right now, you are able to see the this one diagram, client server diagram.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now here, what happens is, uh, before coming to this, let us take two examples over here. One is okay. Two websites I have opened. One is the timesofindia.com. The second one is Technology of Commerce. Now here, what is happening? You have got a gccbgm.org. Now this is a static website. Why static website? Because if you access this now, if you access this in the afternoon, if you access this tomorrow, its contents are not going to change until and unless we change it. In the sense, over a period of time. Say suppose how do we change this or when do we change this? Once in 2 months, once in 3 months, or once in a month, and so etc. Now here, this becomes a dynamic page because its contents keep on changing. If you access this after 5 minutes, the contents change. So I hope you, first thing is, you recognize the difference between the static page and the dynamic page.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Uh, who raised the hand? Rohan.
Yes, sir.
Rohan, you have understood the difference between a static page and a dynamic page.
So, but from server side, like how it exactly it's
No,
working, I didn't understand.
I'll come to that particular point. But first, I want to make sure that your concept is clear about what is a static page and what is a server,
Yeah, yeah,
what
sir.
is a
Yeah, sir, I understood.
dynamic page. So you know the
Yes.
difference. You know the difference. Now here, what happens is if you see the diagram now, here in this case, now I'm accessing from my laptop here. Where is the server? Server is on this side. This is the server, right? Now here, what happens is there are certain programs which are associated, which are in association with the web server. Now, those are called as server-side scripting programs. Now, what they do is they automatically update the database and then they automatically change the content. So that is why the web server becomes dynamic over there. Now, in static pages, there is no server-side scripting or there is no server-side programs which change the contents. They remain static. That is the only difference between static. There is somebody on the server side, either a person or a automated program software which keeps on changing the contents of that particular page. So that becomes a dynamic page. If it is not changed, then it becomes a static page. I hope that was your question.
Yeah, sir.
Or if it is not clear, please let me know. We can discuss. We have plenty of time.
So, like
Hmm.
accessing a website is like a user like requesting a like particular page
Yes.
in static also in dynamic also. But when
Yes.
a user is not like demanding a particular page,
Hmm.
how the server will load it like automatically?
Server will load in that particular case. It will load the home page. If the user is accessing, see, for example, on the server side, suppose one website contains 10 pages. Okay. Page number 1 is the home page. Page number 2 to page number 10 are the other pages. There's sub pages. Suppose if user asks specifically for page number 2, it will open page number 2 only. That page number 2 becomes the landing page. Suppose if the user doesn't request for page number 2, if he only requests for the website, then that becomes the home page becomes the landing page.
Okay, sir.
I think still not clear. Yes, still not clear, I guess.
So, no, it's clear now.
Just a minute. Let me give you one example. It will be easier for you to understand. Right now, just try to. Okay. Let us take the same example over here. Times of India website. Right now, what was the address, web address which we got here? See, this is the web address which we got. Right. This is the URL of the timesofIndia.com. Now, suppose this is the home page also. Right? I'll say like this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me take 5. Now, there are many pages, but for our understanding, I'll take uh, only 5 pages for my reference. Okay. So here, complete Times of India website consists of, say, assuming 5 pages are there. Now, each page has got its name 1, 2, 3, 4. For our reference, I have given this one. It can be 1.html also. It can have extension of HTML also. It can have extension of CMS also. So let us not worry about extensions now. Just worry about the page numbers. So page number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4. Now here if specifically user asks for this one, then the web server opens this particular page. If user only clicks on timesofIndia.com, by default, the home page is opened. Are you getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Rohan,
Yes, sir. Yes.
is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
If it is not clear, don't worry. How should I ask for multiple number of times? If you ask for 100 times
No, no,
also,
no, it's clear, sir.
it's clear.
No, yes, sir.
Okay. So we have got web server, we have got web applications, and client server. This is the working of the web server model. Then we have got the websites. Uh, here, home pages, as we have seen, generally the first page or the main page which the user visits. By default, the website or web server displays this particular page. But if some other page is accessed or if other page is requested, other page is opened directly. So what are the uses of home page? It is used for navigation to other pages also, and also for indexing and other purposes. Most of the web pages or the websites have got home pages plus other pages, but some other websites which contain only one page that itself becomes the home page. So this is what we are going to learn in this particular subject. Website development, web content development, what is a static page, what is a dynamic page, what is e-business, social network services, web engineering, website development is also called as web engineering, then web content development, client licensing, client server scripting, web server, network security, e-commerce development, all those things. We're going to learn all these things in this. So in next class, we will see uh, what are the processes. This is not something which we're going to learn in the first unit. We're going to learn over a period of time in unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, all these things. But this is the process of building a particular website. Um, how many of you are acclimatized with this? Has anyone hosted a website? Has anyone hosted a website? Rohan, have you hosted it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So Rohan must be knowing. Rohan will tell you these are the processes. Get web hosting and register a domain name. There are a couple of agencies, a couple of institutions who overall control the web hosting domain and other things. ICANN is one particular uh, controlling authority, which international authority of naming the domains. That is one particular authority. Now, if you search here, where should just ignore the spelling, Google will also ignore it. The moment you type it, Google will ignore this one. Where should I register it? So you'll get there are some registration authorities, web beginner, and then you can contact this it ICNS, the one. There are multiple things. So there you have to contact them and then register for a domain name. On behalf of those institutions, there are multiple organizations also. For example, GoDaddy is one thing which will get a domain name registered on your behalf. They will do the work for you, or directly also you can do it. Set up the website. How do you set up the website? Using the web pages. Develop the web pages, bring all of them together, and then construct a website. So one particular website consists of multiple web pages. Design, add contents to the website, customizations and tweaks, final changes you can make, and then check for the bugs, and then you can deploy this. And so this is the basic step. We'll see how it is to be, and if possible, at the end of the semester, mainly if we have online classes, offline classes, sorry, then we can we'll develop our own website and then we'll try to register it. And you can also develop your own website. You can have your own name also. Yes, Amazon is also a dynamic website. It keeps on changing. Ritik is saying it's one of the options, right? So remaining part we should continue in the tomorrow's class. You can enter your attendance. Uh, I'll wait for a couple of minutes in case if you have any doubts here, you can ask. You can note down the doubts also. One assignment. What you can do is tell me the names of the list down the names of the agencies. Find out the names of the agencies which register your website and which register your domain. And what is the process? This first part. What is the process of getting web hosting and registering a domain name? If you Google it, you can get it in 1 minute also. I want to know this. This is not a part of the syllabus, but since we are learning a website hosting, we should know how to register and how to get a web hosting also. So that is your assignment for the day. Just find out how it is to be. Wait for 1 minute. In case if you have any doubts, please do ask. Okay, then I'll assume that no doubt, nobody is having any doubt. We'll see you in the next class tomorrow, 9:30.
Yes.